Hi guys, I'm Emma and welcome to Art by Emma. Today I'm going to try my hand at paint pouring, acrylic paint pouring. I've never tried this before and it's something I've always wanted to do. I've admired from afar and you get some beautiful results for it, so I thought I would try my hand at it today. So I have an array of colours of paints, all sorts of colours, the ones I used the other week. Let's see how they perform for me, and also some lovely metallic acrylic paints that I'm going to try my paint pouring with. So in addition to the paints, I have some paint pouring medium, so it improves the flow of the paint, so it'll pour and do its thing. And I have this silicone, which I believe creates cells and different things in the paint. So what I'm going to use for my paint pouring, I have these wooden coasters, start small, and then I have these wood panels, because I thought canvas, all that paint on it, it might get a bit bendy and stuff. So let's prepare my desk, because I think this is going to get messy, and yeah, let's try this out. So here I am cutting open my packet of coasters, and there's 10 in the packet, so 10 practices I can do. So I'm going to start with 3 colours. I'm going to use the primary colours, and whoops, I put a bit of yellow in my red, so I'm going to have a bit more of an orangey red, but that's okay. And I'm pouring in the media to help the paint flow and move over the canvas board. So as instructed on YouTube, I've poured my 3 colours into 1 cup, and I'm placing my coaster on a little platform, and we're going to start pouring away. So I'm scraping that out, and we're going to pour it around the coaster to see what sort of results we get. So that's the first one down. That wasn't too painful, and for the next one I'm going to start working with my metallic paints. I've gone for a gold, a bronze and a jade green colour, and for whatever reason, whether it was the paint consistency or my mixing prowess, I had a lot of lumps in this and it didn't really look too spectacular. So with 2 practice coasters under my belt, I felt brave enough to start working on the larger canvas panels. So I'm a bit precious with my paint and I hate waste, so I think I've not been as generous as I should have been with the paint in here, and as you'll find out now, it doesn't go very far. I don't know what I was thinking with that meagre amount of paint, but as you'll see, it's just not going to be spreading across the whole canvas board. So Emma goes rogue now, preparing some more paint, and we're just going to slosh it on there. So I don't know if this is a traditional paint pouring technique, but I'm running with it, and I guess the whole idea of art is to have fun and enjoy yourself and experiment, so experiment away. I'm going to try using one of these flower strainer things. I've seen some videos on the internet and you get some quite unique patterns with it, or other people do. I didn't seem to get the same results. I think maybe I'm mixing too much flow media with my paints and my paints are coming out too liquidy. I think it's going to be a trial and error thing, just try different amounts and see what happens. So you pour the paint into the strainer and you lift it off, and you're meant to get some sort of pattern, but it didn't seem to happen with me. I don't believe I mixed my white paint properly with the media, and we're getting a bit of a lumpy effect here, and Emma's going rogue again, just pouring the paint on and hoping for the best. On a few of these boards there were times when I should have just left them, but I thought I knew better. So in my attempt to brighten things up a bit, I'm going for a full rainbow plus white. I'm going to try out this silicone to see if I can get some cells happening on the boards. I'm going to incorporate all these colours into one pot to get the layers going, ending in white, and then I'm going to do the traditional cup plop, I'm calling it. So you put the cup on the board and you plop it out and see what sort of patterns we get here. I'm not looking too bad so far, and I can see some cells happening, and we're moving the paint around. And it is looking okay at this stage. And again, this is where I kind of should have left it, but Emma knows best, and we're going rogue again. We're just sloshing that paint on there and hoping for the best. I just hate to see precious paint go to waste, so I see it sitting in the pots begging to be used, and use it I must. So back to my coasters. On this one I'm going to go for a kind of blue theme to see what effects we can get here. Pouring in the flow media and giving it a good stir. Don't want any nasty lumps again. And we're going to pour this on. The blues and the white. See what sort of effects we get. It's very blue, so Emma's going rogue again. Not too bad, but I don't think the monocolour theme really works with paint pouring, so I'm going to add some contrasting colours here, opposite side of the colour wheel. So I'm putting some orange and some yellow with it, and then hoping some contrast will make a more impressive coaster. So I'm going to start with a white paint pillow, I think it's called, and that's meant to improve the flowing of the paint. I will need to do some more research before I start my next project. Looking quite psychedelic there. I think the contrast of the orange and the yellow against the blues kind of works. And another one with a similar colour palette, but this time without the white paint cushion. I'm going to pour it on in a bit of a squiggly pattern to see what different effects we can get from that. I like these colours together, so I'm going to do another one with the same colour palette and see if I can get some cells or something appearing. The paint's starting to look a bit muddy now, I think. So as I've said before, I do hate to see paint wasted, so I had some coasters left and some paint in the bottom of the tray, so we're doing a bit of dipping of the coasters in, adding some more colours, and they're not turning out too bad, I don't think. And a spare canvas I had lying around just to mop up those last dregs of paint. And back into my rogue style of paint pouring here again, so it's a combination effect here. We've got dipping and paint pouring canvas. So now all the coasters are done, I'm back to my canvas, my wooden canvas boards, and I've added a lot more of the silicone to see if I can get some more cells emerging, and adding a few more colours to see if I can get some brighter results. So starting with a squiggly white paint cushion, I'm adding my paints on and swirling them around. Can't really see any cells emerging yet, but I'm kind of liking the results on this one. It's looking less muddy and looking brighter, so I think I needed to practice longer with my coasters before I started on the big boards. So back to my small flower strainer, and handy hints for you. Clean it out before you use it, because if the holes are blocked, the paint's not going to flow through it. So learn from my mistakes. And don't stir it as you're pouring it through as well. So I think this one is looking a bit muddy because, and again, I'm stirring it as it's coming through, so mixing the colours together rather than having the separate layers. So that was an interesting experience. Here's the wooden canvas panels that I did. They seem to be all quite dark. I needed to lighten up the paint a little bit, I think. And but we've got some interesting, there's elements in some of them that I kind of like, and there's elements in them that I don't. You get a bit muddy in places, and I've seen some beautiful paint pouring on the internet, on YouTube, and they've all come out beautifully, but I guess it needs practice. It's not just a case of mixing your paint with your media and just getting beautiful results. I struggled with the edges actually, because I'm holding it, and so we've got some drippy edges here, but I guess it, oops, that's still wet. But I guess it adds to the effect somewhat. So these are my 5 panels. Some of them look a bit galaxy, I guess. This one I think is my favourite. This was the last one that I think I did. Is that? I think I did it with the strainer. I am confused at the moment because it was a messy job. I've been and had a shower to wash all the paint off of me. I've had to clean the workstation, wait for everything to dry. So yeah, these are my wood panels. And then let's have a look at my coasters. Some of these turned out quite nice. Yeah, I did try the metallic paint, but it just didn't work for some reason. It just didn't work, but it's quite lumpy. I don't know whether that was me not mixing it properly or whether that's the paint itself, but we didn't get on very well with the metallic one. So we've got an assortment of coasters here. And then I had a lot of leftover paint in my tray, so I dipped these in, and we got some interesting results. This one I think is my favourite. So yeah, and then at the end of my panel painting I had leftover paint again, so I got a canvas and I dipped that in, and I think I quite like that. So paint pouring trend, yes, I will do it again. I've got an idea in my head where I want a big panel, so that's going to be an outside job, I think. But yeah, it was interesting. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.